Welcome back again to Lavender Coco Kitchen. Today I have my lovely daughter LAKSHMI with me again, and LAKSHMI of course is the driving force behind our sustainable fashion label, LAKSHMI BEE. So welcome LAKSHMI.
Hey.
Great to have you back.
Good to be back.
So I've got a real treat for you today.
What is it?
What is your favourite chocolate?
Well, anybody who knows me know it's Ferrero Rochers.
Oh wow. So you're like your friend Melissa, who also likes those, and I did a video with Melissa recently about how to make them, so you can all check that out. So I've got an extra special thing today because we're going to make Ferrero Rochers, but we're going to make them in the form of an ice cream.
What?
Yeah.
Ferrero Rocher ice cream?
So that's going to be something extra special. And you probably haven't tried that before.
No, I have not, but I'm excited to eat it.
Yeah, me too, because you know I love chocolate and I love ice cream as well.
Yes.
And of course, this version is vegan, as you know, and also a lot healthier than what you would buy in the stores.
Yes.
And of course, you don't find that in the store either.
No.
So, and this is actually something also you could use for a party because it's a really fun sort of party snack too.
Everyone would love that.
Yeah. All right, so our first ingredient is chickpea liquid, which comes out of a can of chickpeas.
Well, that's very unexpected.
Yeah. So you'll watch what happens when we beat this up.
Awesome.
And I have done this before on YouTube, so I'm going to show LAKSHMI now because she hasn't really watched it before. So we put that in there, and I've got this thing called xanthan gum, which actually helps to stabilize the chickpea liquid as it whips and makes a nice firm texture. So I'm just going to put a quarter of a teaspoon of that into here. We're going to put, you can do this, 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
2 teaspoons of vanilla.
So that'll just make a better flavour.
Delish.
Yeah.
Gotta love vanilla.
So now the fun part. We're going to whip this and turn it into meringue.
Cool.
So as you can see, it's whipped up into a nice meringue.
Very creamy.
So now we have to sweeten it. So we're going to use 6 tablespoons of powdered coconut sugar. So you just use normal coconut sugar and blend it till it becomes powdery. And then you've got to add it gradually, 1 tablespoon at a time as you're whipping. So as we whip, you just start putting it in. So 6 of those.
6?
Yeah, it seems like a lot, but there's a lot of meringue here, and actually ice cream does need a reasonable amount of sugar so that it doesn't go too hard in the freezer.
That's why you need healthy ice cream.
Well, it's still a lot healthier than what you would buy because as you know, that's absolutely loaded with sugar. And it's not healthy sugar either.
Exactly.
Yeah. So at this stage, you might want to just scrape down the sides a little, like that. And now we're going to add What's this?
What the heck is that?
Nacca powder.
Oh, okay.
So you know what nacca powder is.
This one's not
suppose.
green.
That's spirulina.
Isn't matcha powder green?
No. That's matcha.
Oh.
This is maca.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're thinking matcha, which is green tea powder.
Yes.
But maca is a root found in Peru.
It's
And
strong.
it has similar properties to cacao, and it has a caramel smell and taste. So just to enhance the flavour, we'll put 1 tablespoon in. Our favourite, cacao.
Chocolate!
Yeah, that's where we get chocolate from.
I'll be taking this.
And that's the raw chocolate there, nothing added, no sugar or anything added to this. So we're going to put a 1/4 cup.
A 1/4 cup
to
of
make
chocolate.
a chocolatey meringue.
Chocolate meringue.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
It's a big
You could have
bun.
a little taste. Chocolate meringue. What do you think?
That's really good.
Yeah.
Delicious.
And would you believe that's made of chickpea liquid?
No? That's
Who would
crazy.
believe that?
Really, really good though.
Yeah. So what we do now, we just got to put this in the fridge to keep it cool while we make the other part. As you know, a main ingredient in Ferrero Rocher is hazelnuts. So what I've done, I've got a cup of hazelnuts and I've roasted them. So it's just in the oven at 170 degrees for about 8 minutes.
Cool.
Then when they're cool, you just rub off the skins. I've done the full thing with Melissa on the other video, if anyone wants to look at that. So we're just going to blend them, and if you're blending a lot of them, you could hand crush them, it's going to take a while. So we'll just put them in the blender. I don't know if you know, but hazelnuts are full of good protein if you are a vegan. And they've also got healthy fats, none of that saturated animal fat that you don't want. So it's a lot better for your skin if you have an oily sort of skin.
That's me.
And also it's full of fibre and vitamins too, like vitamin C.
That's
So,
interesting. I think you don't hear about that much.
No, you don't really when it comes to nuts. You don't really think of the added benefits, especially vitamins. Yeah, but they're actually a very, like, sort of like a superfood, really. So it's great to include in your diet regularly.
Yeah.
You don't want to make it too pasty. We want texture. So I'll just give it a quick go. Okay, that's it.
That was quick.
Yeah, done. So there we have an easy way to get chopped nuts.
Amazing.
So now we're up to, we got to melt chocolate. Hang on,
Chocolate?
not that one.
Oh.
It's the same chocolate, but I've got a bit less in here.
Chocolate?
I've got 3/4 of a cup. Now we need to melt that because we're going to put it in our coconut meringue mixture. Alright, now I have coconut cream, just from the can. So I've just put this can in the fridge overnight, and I just scooped off the hard part of the cream, and I left the watery bit, so we don't need that. So now we just got to whip this up. So you can actually just use the same bowl. You don't need to clean it because it's all going to be mixed together anyway at the end. It's just a matter of beating it up the way we beat up the chickpea liquid. Now we have to add a little more flavour to these crushed nuts.
Okay.
So we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, because salt will just bring out the flavours. So you can do that. Yeah, well, we're going to mix it all up anyway, so that's okay. And then we've got nutmeg, and that gives a really nice flavour with the hazelnuts. With the nutmeg.
It's not allowed.
So then just stir it up so it all mixes.
We're getting a little bit naughty.
Yeah, naughty.
Getting naughty.
And if there's any whole nuts left, you're quite welcome to eat them.
Yeah.
So you don't really want really big chunks.
Yeah.
Now,
Just eat it.
yeah, what we're going to do now, what Lakshmi's doing, eat the melted chocolate. Okay, so we're going to put the melted chocolate in the coconut cream along with half of the nuts, and we're going to mix it all together.
Cool.
The cream. So if you put about half of that mixture in, just about half of it, it's good. Yes, that's good. And then put the chocolate in. Would it be easier if I move this?
Probably. All of this?
Yeah, all the chocolate goes in there.
Getting the spatch in there.
Yeah, I see you can't resist the chocolate.
Don't worry, it's just us eating it today.
Yeah, we're not making it for anyone except the family, so we can lick the
Chocolate
implements.
is a new colour of lipstick this season.
Yeah. So let's take that off. Oops. Okay, so I've got the meringue we made earlier.
Fabulous.
So we got to fold in about 2/3 of this meringue into the coconut. So what the meringue does, it will lighten the mixture. So hopefully when we freeze it, it won't be too hard. Because the only problem with this kind of ice cream, it can go very hard in the freezer. But by adding the meringue, it makes it a bit more lighter and softer. And of course the sugar content actually helps as well. I'll show you how to fold it. First just put a bit in and just mix it around to incorporate it, like that. Okay. So and then just put the rest, and then you just fold like this, like a cutting motion.
Chop down.
So that helps to keep the air in the mixture. Because if we have a bit more air in it, it'll be a bit lighter. Yeah, that's good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Do you get the
good.
flavours of Ferrero Rocher coming through?
Yeah, it's starting to come through.
Oh, good.
It's like a nutty chocolate flavour
Yeah.
that everybody loves
Yes.
when you eat a Ferrero Rocher.
Of course. So now we're going to add more of that nutty.
And there's a whole big
flavour.
bowl right here.
So these nuts we have left, we're going to mix into the rest of the meringue
Right.
to make a bit of a hazelnutty sort of shell for the outside.
Okay.
So do you want to mix those in? So just put them into there and just mix them through.
The whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing. So that will give more of that nice hazelnut flavour.
Chocolate nuts.
Yeah. Hazelnuts.
This reminds me of those ice creams you get at the movies.
Yeah.
But it's like the luxury version.
Yeah, it is a bit like that. And it's going to look more like that because I'll show you what we're going to put it into. We are going to put it in dome molds. So that we're going to end up with an ice cream that's round like a Ferrero Rocher.
Very nice.
So if you get some dome molds, it can be any size. These are quite big. Like obviously you could use smaller ones, but that's all
you want
I
the big ones.
have. Yeah. Well, that's right. More for you to eat. So what we do is we start putting this nut and meringue mixture into the dome molds and just pushing it around.
Yep.
This makes like the outer layer of the ice cream. So if we just start, it's best just to put a bit in each one first. Do you want to do that? Just put a bit in each mold. Yeah, if you put all the mixture in first, then you can sort of smooth it around. Yeah, you don't have to be like too precise.
Just get it in there.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
so I'm just sort of smoothing it around so it goes up the sides like that. So it sort of makes an outer layer. Do you want to have a go?
This is a dirty spin.
Just do these ones. Yeah, just like sort of push it up to the top a little bit. Yeah.
This is my new artistic design.
What we're doing now is get the other mixture which has the coconut in it. And we're just putting that into the middle.
Cocoa lovin'.
This makes the center part. And then when it's in, you'll just like smooth it right out so it fills the entire mold like that. So you might need a bit more. So just like filling up the molds like this. So you can have a go at that.
Yes.
When they're frozen, we're going to join them together.
Ew.
Yeah, so we want them to be fairly flat.
The real flavors.
Yeah, you're quite right. You actually taste the real flavour of the hazelnuts and the cacao and the coconuts.
So when you eat other ice cream, like sometimes it's literally just like you're consuming frozen sugar.
Even the
It's not
vegan
even
ones
like
that
a
are
proper
out now.
dessert.
How do you find those vegan ice creams?
They're actually okay, but unfortunately they do put a bit too much sugar in it because it's commercialized.
Yeah, that's right.
Obviously, you know, I guess addicting people to the product is part of that, but it's not necessary. But when you eat at a really like sort of higher end restaurant and you order a dessert, you'll know the difference straight away. And what we're learning here is literally those steps.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay $100 for a piece of cake. You can just make it in your own house.
Yeah, you're quite right.
I mean, you can if you want to. It's a nice experience.
Well, of course, but it's also a nice experience to make your own too.
Yeah, it's probably better to do it at home.
Yeah.
And save your money and buy a house.
But, well, of course. And you also learn what goes into the process of making stuff. And you know exactly what you're putting into it as well.
Yeah, exactly.
The more you can make at home from like raw ingredients, the better
it's way better for you. And I mean, it's like, it's a process to transition over, especially when you're used to such commercialized sort of desserts. It is a process. Like, I didn't love it straight away. But once, you know, I was detoxed from the overconsumption of sugar, I began to appreciate the real raw and delicious flavors that do come from the natural products. And then, of course, as I said, when you do eat higher end sort of desserts, that's pretty much what they're doing. Not every place, but at most of the places. And it's right here, like in your own kitchen.
That's right,
so it's really cool that you're sharing these recipes with people so they can get a chance to taste these amazing sweets, and it's helped my health as well. With commercialized sweets that you get from like your local bakery, even, you know, I guess it depends where you live. Some people are luckier than others that they do get really healthy treats, but in the general ones, it is an oversaturation of sugar. And often when I would eat it, I would bloat really fast. So have you ever eaten a meal and you just feel really heavy, like your cake has suddenly turned into a rock inside you?
You got a rock.
and then and you just feel like rubbish. Like, let's be honest, you don't feel that great. But after this, I always feel light. I never feel heavy or bloated. It's made a massive difference. Yeah.
So now we're up to this. We're going to put it in the freezer and let it set. And when it's set, we're going to take it out and join it together. Okay, so we've had these in the freezer for a while, but they're not quite set. So I've got one I have made previously, so we're just going to show you how to finish them off. So ideally you'd probably leave this like several hours or overnight would be better to make sure they're set really well. Got here some chocolate that we melted, and I added a little bit of coconut oil to it to make it more smooth. And it also makes the chocolate go a bit further because we have to coat quite a few things. So when the domes are set, they look like this. We just spread some chocolate onto the surface. So do you want to do that? Just spread some chocolate onto the half.
Oh, it's warming up in my hand.
Yeah, no, it's a very hot day, which makes it difficult. So then I've got here some straws. This paper straws, strong paper straws that I cut in half. This is going to be the stick for the ice cream. So just place that in the center.
Oh, okay.
And place the domes together like this. Then you just want to leave them to set. They should set pretty quickly because the ice cream is cold, so it should set the chocolate quite fast. A big crack. Just fill it up. Make sure that it actually holds together. And we might just stick it in the freezer for a couple of minutes. So, as you can see, that is
a little popsicle.
Yeah, so if I hold it, you just start pouring the chocolate over the top. Yeah, maybe I'll just roll it a bit, and then you can finish the other sides, yeah?
It's like a candy apple.
Yeah, it is like a candy apple. So, yeah, on those sides, see there's none on there, so just put some on there, and on this side. You've got to work quite fast with this, because it can melt, especially if the weather's hot, which it is right now. In a cold weather, it's actually easier to do this. All right, so that's done now. Now quickly sprinkle some crushed nuts.
Ooh.
So I've crushed more nuts here, and we're just going to sprinkle that on the top.
You're going to have to turn it.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, that's about it, isn't it? I made these before, and this is what they're supposed to look like when they're all set and they're all done. So they're like massive Ferrero Rocher.
Wow.
Ice creams.
Delicious.
So would you like to sink your teeth into one of these?
It's a giant Ferrero Rocher.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
So let's see what it tastes like then.
Well, this is every Ferrero Rocher lover's dream come true. It's a giant Ferrero Rocher popsicle ice cream. So I'm really excited to give this a try.
Hopefully it's not too hard to bite.
Okay, let's see.
Because it's been in the freezer for a while. Oh.
Look at that.
Yum. So.
Wow.
How's the flavour? How's the taste?
Let me have one more bite.
Yeah, go for it.
I've got a nut.
As long as it wasn't a rock.
This is so good for summer, and we're just going into summer now, so this is the perfect summer treat.
Yeah.
It's just perfectly sweet. It's not too sweet, it's literally just perfect. It's got an amazing chocolatey flavor with the delicious nuts, giving it some good texture on the outside. And I'm just trying the middle.
Yeah, if you can get into it. Yeah.
The middle is really nice. This is a really incredible like vegan ice cream.
So what would you say? Does it remind you of Ferrero Rocher, would you say?
It does, and actually it's weird because it's less sugary than a normal Ferrero Rocher, and I actually prefer this, to be honest.
Wow! So it's a win-win all around, isn't it? So you might want to give this a try yourselves. And as Lakshmi said, check it out and see what you think. And it is a good summer treat, and it's also good for parties too, isn't it? Because actually if you made smaller domes,
mini ones,
they'd be really great at a party. And with Christmas coming up, they might be a great Christmas treat as well.
This is really freaking good.
Well, you can see it's good. She keeps eating it. And I know Lakshmi doesn't eat things unless she really likes them.
Yeah, I'm really picky with food.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you.